morning, everybody. It is February 26th, Monday, February 26th, and it is my daughter's 18th birthday. Happy birthday, Charity. She's been celebrating it since the first of the month, but don't tell her I'd let you know that. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about was the situation in Florida, the school shooting that happened a little over a week ago. It has come out that there was not one deputy that refused to enter the building, that did not enter the building. There were 4. Now, this goes back to the argument that pro-Second Amendment individuals make, that the only way to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun. And in this case, they're right. They're 100% correct. You're not going to have too much of a chance of taking down a bad guy with a gun, with a knife, a chair, a monkey wrench, or whatever you happen to have at hand. The best and most effective way to take that guy down is with a gun. All right? Now, that being said, in the case in Florida, not only did we have a good guy with a gun, we had 4 good guys with guns, none of which actually entered the building to confront this man who is taking innocent lives in the school. Not one of them entered the building. Now, the argument has been made that the one man with an AR-15 outgunned 4 men with pistols. Now, unless you're using Common Core math, that doesn't make a lick of sense. 4 always tops 1. That's just the way it is. 4 is always greater than 1. I understand the man had an AR-15. The AR-15, however, works on the same principle as the 4 pistols. 1 trigger pull, 1 bullet. That's it. The AR-15 is not spraying bullets when you pull the trigger once. It doesn't work that way. The 4 deputies that were present on site could have walked in, 2 teams of 2, and taken this man down. It was possible. It could have happened. Why didn't it happen? Maybe we'll find out here in the coming days. But as it stands right now, we have 4 armed, trained deputies that did not enter a school and allowed this shooter to take 17 lives when they could have stopped him after he had only taken a few. Still tragic, still unnecessary, but it didn't have to be 17. I'm not trying to bring judgment down on these deputies. Maybe they had good reason. I'm not a cop. Maybe they had a good reason why they didn't go in the building. But it doesn't make sense to me from the outside looking in why these 4 men, armed, trained law enforcement officers, did not go in the building to take this guy down. In my mind, I don't see what the problem was. Also, in the wake of this, there is the usual discussion of what to do now. We're going to ban guns. We're going to rewrite the Second Amendment. We're going to force people to give up guns. No, we're going to buy guns before they try to ban guns. We're going to ban assault rifles as soon as we define exactly what those are. Yeah, the usual crap is going on. Just like in Las Vegas, just like after Columbine, just like after Sandy Hook, we're going to scream at each other across the aisles, and in the meantime, not a whole lot's going to get done. There have been a few proposals to raise the age of buying a rifle from 18 to 21. Hey, that's a step in the right direction. But as far as the extreme measures, such as, banning guns and assault rifle bans, I don't see that happening anytime soon. If it was going to happen, it would happen after Vegas. If it was going to happen, it happened after Sandy Hook. It hadn't happened. So I don't see it happening anytime soon. It's amazing. It really is amazing that after yet another mass shooting, we have have the same arguments over and over and over again. There are things that we can do to prevent this from happening, or at the very least reduce the chances of it happening. But we're screaming at each other so loud that we can't hear any of the solutions. No one is hearing, not one side is hearing the other. So I propose that as far as armed guards, I think armed guards would make a difference. 2 on the inside, 2 on the outside. I don't see, I guess according to the size of the school. Have a few on the inside, a few on the outside. I don't see what's wrong with that. Arming teachers, on the other hand, no, I don't think teachers packing heat is going to make the situation any better, because that introduces an entirely different set of risks and problems into the equation. It's not worth the risk. Besides, teachers have enough to do. They have more than enough to do, and many times you don't get the support that they need to do the things that they're supposed to do, not even considering putting a weapon on them, putting a gun in their hands. I don't think that's a solution that should even be talked about. I feel like more armed guards, trained armed guards, inside and outside the building would have made a real difference in this situation. As far as preventing it from happening again, the proposals are out there. Expanded background checks. I don't see why that's a problem. A lot of gun owners are in favor of that, because not only does that protect the non-gun owning public, it protects them as well. There's no reason to fight an expanded background check. Does that mean it's going to lead to a national database of gun owners and gun confiscation? No, it's not. It's not. So get off the conspiracy theories. It's not going to happen. Not that way. So I'm going to wrap this up by simply saying, arming teachers, bad idea. They have enough to deal with. Increasing the number of armed guards, both inside and outside the school, I think that's a practical proposal. I think that would definitely deter a mass shooter, because obviously the gun-free zone signs aren't doing anyone much good.